Please stand for the pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please be seated for a moment of silence.
On today's show, get an inside look at a senior's four-year journey and the announcements you'll need to know for this week. Today is November 27th, 2017, and you're watching Coyote Nation TV live. Welcome back, Coyotes, from Thanksgiving break. I hope y'all had a great one. I know I did. How about you, Nick?
Sounds like I will have a record of having a grit count each time I anchor. Anyways, I had some cousins who came into town that I haven't seen in years, so that was cool.
Relatives. I know how hectic they can be, honestly.
Oh, trust me, I know the feeling of hectic. But relatives aren't the only crazy ones around.
You want to know what's crazy? The golf team. They're crazy good.
You know it. The Tuesday before we left for break, the varsity girls golf team played in the Ranch View Invitational, in the Tribute, in the Colony.
And they placed second with a new school team record total of 353.
The Lady Coyotes were led by Kashira Jalakam, who shot an 80 and placed fourth individually.
Corinne McKinney shot an 87 and placed 9th. Lainey Terrell shot a 90 and placed 10th. And Alina DeVore shot a 96 and placed 18th.
This was the final tournament of the fall season for the varsity girls. They placed second twice this season, with Kashira placing in as a medalist 3 out of the 4 tournaments.
I will say it again. They're so good. Like, they're crazy good, and I'm proud of them.
Well, want to know who I'm not proud of? All those slackers who leave their stuff in the cafeteria and the lost and found.
Well, that escalated quickly, but I understand what you're saying, because the cafeteria and the front office, they're full of backpacks and whatever, a lot of stuff.
Well, you won't have to worry about that for much longer, because all of the lost and found will be put up on the stage until this Wednesday. So be sure to check it out if you left something.
I'll definitely check it out, because I lost my favorite hat, and I'll go, see it after school today, so.
Well, before you leave campus and put on that hat, you should go check out the Spanish club after school.
Thank you for the reminder. For those of you in the club, y'all know the drill. Y'all will be meeting in room B215 after school today.
This time you guys will be talking about audition results and other competitions. So if you're interested in competing, you should go check it out.
And performing in competitions sounds really fun, and I can't wait to see what Spanish will do. And I'm guessing they're not the only ones performing on stage today?
Well, orchestra is taking the stage with their musical instruments.
They are? Well, that's fun. When are they performing?
This Saturday at 5 p.m. they will be in the auditorium. Admission is free, so be sure to go have a listen.
I'll definitely check that out. And I always wanted to learn how to play an instrument, so definitely we'll see it. I don't know how orchestra or you do it.
Well, I just want to take a moment to say that the third-degree black belt is the one saying that, but...
Playing an instrument takes a lot, basically, right?
Yeah.
And I think being determined is something that's really noteworthy. And CNTV's Ashton Each shows us how a noteworthy senior's hard work has paid off.
So the high school band wants you to play with them, and I was like, I'm going to be playing with high schoolers?
Heritage senior Paulina Delgadillo discovered her talent for the harp in middle school and even played with our orchestra in only 7th grade. Since then, she has made many accomplishments along the way.
With the orchestra, obviously there's like UIL competitions, and I've made All region, I made it this year, and then all state, I've made it since my freshman year.
But this wasn't enough to satisfy her hard-working attitude.
I hadn't made region at the high school level yet. I finally made region. I got second place. And then for the state competition, I got first in the entire state.
Paulina is constantly working to better herself and her skills.
She practices all the time at home, and you can just see that this craft, this skill that she has is really important to her, and she works hard at it.
Despite her determination, her journey through orchestra hasn't always been easy.
One of the biggest struggles, obviously, is balancing my time, like between schoolwork and color art and orchestra and choir. It's just trying to figure out a schedule that works where I'm still improving.
It's her ambitious personality that makes it all work.
I'm a very competitive person, and so that kind of motivates me. I'm like, I want to be the best, and so that motivates me. So even if I'm like, I'm done with this music, it's like, but no, I have to be perfect with the music.
She tells me all the time, like, oh, how she's worried about stuff like this, and like she's worried about other people getting better than her, but she's so hardworking and she's so dedicated to that instrument. That's like what she wants to do with her life, that it's one of those things where she's probably unstoppable.
Her hard-working spirit is what has truly left a mark.
You really have to work hard at being a successful musician, and Paulina is the example of that. She works hard constantly, so I think a lot of students look up to her because of her work ethic.
I'm Ashley Needs for Coyote Nation TV.
It's amazing how dedication can achieve such greatness.
It is. Dedication to anything can lead to success. I know this because I've been taught grit throughout my high school career.
Well, musicians aren't the only ones that show grit around here.
And our Coyote athletes come to mind. Speaking of them, they'll be competing with some games coming up.
Starting off with boys basketball, the freshman team will be playing here tomorrow at 4:30 p.m. against the Colony.
Boys JV basketball will be playing against the Colony as well here, but at 6 in the evening.
Then boys varsity will compete tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. against the Cougars here.
Also playing tomorrow will be our girls basketball teams.
Girls JV and freshman basketball will be playing against McKinney Boyd High School here at 4:30 p.m.
And girls varsity basketball will also go against the Broncos here, but at 6 o'clock p.m. So be sure to support our Coyotes playing.
Well, if you're interested in supporting our Coyote teams in a different way than from the bleachers, then maybe you guys should try out for the teams.
One of the many sports that you can go for is soccer. For our Coyote ladies, if you missed the tryouts this morning, do not fret. You can also try out tomorrow and Wednesday morning. The doors to the field house will be open at 7:30 a.m. Whew, that's early. And you have to be on the field warming up at 7:45 a.m.
As for the boys interested in soccer, your tryouts will be after school, and they will be until Wednesday. So they will be from 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. So be sure to go to them if you're interested in trying out.
Exactly. And if you want to, support our Coyotes and teams, and soccer isn't your thing, you should try out powerlifting.
Their informational meeting will be this Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. in the library.
Awesome. And if you want to support our school even more, you can help us by raising our foundation or help us with our adopted school in Houston.
As many of you know, Hurricane Harvey was a Category 4 when it hit land. It caused massive damage in Houston. Many students in Cypress Creek High School have been forced into unfortunate situations.
We are collecting donations for the students at Cypress Creek in forms of cash, gift cards, and clothing. We also have an angel tree in the cafeteria to participate in.
For those who participate, you can compete to have the most donations to help those in need.
And Coyotes with the most donations will win a shout out here on CNTV, featured on the school website, and win a sweet treat. Donations will be taken starting today until Friday, December 8th.
Please bring your donations to the front office labeled Hurricane Harvey. Be sure to include your activity period's teacher's name as well.
And one last thing before we go, the Go Center will be open and available this week.
It'll be open this Thursday from 9 a.m. to 11:45 a.m., located in room B118.
With that said, that's all the announcements we have for you today, Coyotes.
Be sure to join the pack and follow us on Twitter at Coyote Nation TV.
And check us out on packpage.org for more story content. I'm Brianna Flores.
I'm the better one. I'm Nick Gallagher. And you stay classy, Coyotes.